Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Grim Dawn. In this episode, the Warden is gonna die, or I am going to die trying. And on the way there, we will encounter a devotion shrine that will require a sacrifice. And the sacrifice is going to be one of these lovely ether shards, as well as a calamity relic. Calamity is pretty darn easy to craft. You need a tainted brain matter, that's the most rare part that goes in. Searing Ember, a chipped claw and a polished emerald. And now, looking at the quantity of the items, embers and emeralds are pretty easy to get. Chipped claws are a little bit more work to obtain, but you will accumulate those over time. So we are crafting ourselves a single calamity. And we're gonna bring it along with, of course, the ether shard. And if we have it on us, it will automatically get inserted in the relic when we, or in the shrine when we try to activate it. So with that, let's get ourselves going to take out the Warden. On the way to the Warden, we will be facing all kinds of other interesting things. I seem to recall something about a spider lair that was pretty fun to go through in Elite. Maybe the heroic spiders actually dare show themselves this time, because I think it was a little low on spider population there. So we'll see if we have more luck this time. And of course, on the way there, lots and lots and lots of materials and stuff that will just drop. Let's see. There's no way through. There's a way through. So for the Warden's cellar, I don't really have the layout memorized. All I know is that you want to head roughly to the east. And that you go a bit, you go up, you go down, you go up. And then eventually you'll just curve back around. But it goes pretty okay if you just keep going. And basically on feel. There's a lot of rooms in here that, if you want to do a full clear, you can probably spend quite some time down here, because there's a whole bunch of rooms down there. But in this case, I'm mostly interested in just going after the Warden himself. And I'm kind of done just killing random zombies and random spiders and things like that. These rooms are pretty toxic to stand in. Doesn't really matter what level you are or how strong your resists are, from what I understand. Environmental damage ignores resistances, it just applies the damage, so it doesn't really matter if you are maxed out on your acid resistance or not, it's gonna hurt nonetheless. Golok the Undiminished. Oh. Certainly is a tough bugger. Let's kill this football here. Yes, let's do that. But of course, slow and steady wins the race. And there we are. Next area. A waypoint. Good. Again here, just heading to the right. Seems to be the right direction to go into. Reason I'm skipping more mobs and just pushing through things a little bit harder is this is the third difficulty. We have seen everything this game has to offer at least twice before. So what I want to get out of Ultimate is I want to experience most of it and just see how it compares to the previous difficulties, whether it really is harder, and most importantly, whether the boss fights are more difficult. Because trash mobs, they are trash mobs, and, well, they're still dying. We're not one-shotting things, but of course this build was never designed to one-shot things anyway. All we're really after is to just let mobs kill themselves, and that's still working fine. Also, apparently, that was more loot. Random course is random. And ooh, there's 2 heroics there. Let's get into the thick of things. Aldenar the Undying. And everything here is hating each other. Ah! So there's a werewolf and there is a zombie and they are hating on each other. And now I'm jumping in the middle, basically getting hated upon by everybody else. Oh, look, they've got friends. And for some reason, standing in the middle of the poison. Maybe not the best idea in the world. As always, we're trying to divide my attention a little bit between all the parties involved, so we can keep them alive as long as possible. So our Counter-Strike has the most opportunity to deal damage, but that was kind of it. Hey, that's that. And I see the shrine on here. And indeed, the information was correct. This is what we needed. So we're gonna get our devotion point. And that gets us to 47 points, which is actually all the points I was originally planning on for this build. We got the Obelisk of Men here completed. 100% additional retaliation damage. So doing pretty insane damage. So currently we have 47 out of 50 points that we can use. So we can unlock 3 more points in the process of leveling through Ultimate. There are, let's have a look, there's about 12 or so more points that we could grab, but we can only use 3 of them. So basically we can just pick whatever we want, but completing the Obelisk of Men here was my goal. And then those last 3 points, we can spend them on whatever. We could do a bit of a pick and choose. For example, the first node here of the Scales of Olkama, 250 health and 300 energy. That might be nice all by itself. 250 health. We have some health scaling bonuses, so that's going to be about 500 or 600 health on our health bar. There was another nice one-pointer somewhere. Yeah, Diabear. 40% physical damage. That's pretty nice as well, just as a one-pointer. Let's see, anything else? Pierce damage? No, we're not really dealing pierce damage. Over here, nope, that's pierce damage. Health, defensive ability, potentially. Physical damage, well, 15%, that's a lot less than 40%, so maybe not the best of ideas. But no, when we grab the next node, we can make a choice here. There's options, some reduced stun duration, maybe some resists if we still want them. Though here we can only use 3 out of the 4 nodes, so we can't actually complete it. But if you want some ether or chaos resistance, the empty throne would be a way to get it. With 3 points, we might be able to sneak in one more activated ability. Actually, we would need 4 points for Tip the Scales. Is there another one that in simply 3 points we can grab it? Well, for now, it doesn't really matter actually. It's gonna be a while before we can spend those points. So let's not bother about it too much. To be honest, I never really expected to make it this far. Anyway, I'm pleasantly surprised, but so far this is my highest level character and this is the furthest I've actually pushed through the game so far. So we'll just see where we go. But now that we have completed the obelisk of men here, the pressure is also off in terms of completing the star signs or the constellations. As usual, just running around here and wow, look at that, just killing armies of zombies. Most of the time, no, a lot of these, they just keep popping up and keep popping up. Because of course the true enemies here are the stones. I think we managed to grab a couple of those. There we are. But now most regular mobs, they die, and especially with 100% increased retaliation damage, our retaliation is stronger than ever before. Actually get a quick look at the numbers. Currently, all our damage all our reflection damage or retaliation damage goes up by 562%. So physical is now nearly 1500, pierce 3000, fire 1000, 2000 acid, 278 poison, and that is dealt over 5 seconds. But no, that's 2000, 3000, 6000, 7,500 damage whenever we get hit. 7,500 damage back in their face. And then we have another 68% reflection on top as well. So net result is regular mobs, they really know how to murder themselves by attacking me. And as a result, they just die with legions at a time, and they really are of no concern. Because they get hit, get maybe 1, maybe 2 hits in, and then they're gone. If you have like a cold one, which is a yellow mob, that dies pretty quickly. Bosses, they tend to have slower attacks that just hit harder per hit. So as such, that's actually a bad matchup for this specific build. That's where, well, to a certain degree, damage reflection comes in. Because if they just hit hard once, well, we reflect it back hard once. But so far so good. I do like this area with all these ether clusters. If you need each charge for any reason, this is a great area to farm. And we already found the next waypoint. So now going in at this waypoint and then just walking back through these last couple of rooms, just clearing all the crystals, then creating this game instance, and then just doing it again. That's actually a pretty efficient farming route. Ooh, look. 2 heroic footballs. But so far, they might be level 77, that's +4, but not all that exciting. Their damage is just ignorable. So that's actually a summoner, the Hellborn. Keeps summoning the Hellhounds. Ah, nice. It actually got into melee range, that's excellent. Then we can just shift our focus a little bit and see if we can just exploit this for a little bit longer. Because of course, the more things are around us, the easier it is to damage everything. Okay, the other one died. Just hover up all the loot so I can actually see what I'm clicking again. There's a in the hotkey section in the game, there's a key that's not bound by default to pick up loot, which is really nice to actually just bind to a key. So then you can just press the key to pick up items, so you don't have to click it. So in combat things like this, if you're just standing on top, just hit the pickup button and you'll just start hoovering up items without accidentally attacking things. So it's really easy to just clear stacks of loot. All you need to do is just be in the general area and then you can just start hoovering things up. So as far as quality of life is concerned, that definitely helps a bit. Let's see, spiders. There was a spider web somewhere. Yeah, wait, we need to be a little bit further in. A spider nest, I should say. So let's see if we can look for spiders. So arguably, killing boss spiders slightly more interesting than killing random zombies. Though, of course, we do make an exception for Gethrond the Betrayed. One of the always present named uniques here. And look at that, there's quite some damage coming in. The burning zombies over there, they're still just throwing their firebombs at the wall. Brainless as ever. I wonder if a lot of those, those small things, I mean, ideally you consider this to be a small thing, right? I wonder if a lot of those small things will get fixed with the expansion or maybe just after the expansion in patches. Because I can imagine right now the devs are just completely focused on making the expansion the best they can make it. So making tweaks to the base game, to the base experience there, probably not too high on their priority list. But once, of course, they're done with the expansion, I wonder if we're gonna get a nice patch that fixes a lot of those things, just to get some of those, I mean, you could almost say just AI bugs, just to get those out. Hello, every spider. Okay, these are just regular spiders, not heroic to be seen. Ooh, hello there. Henna and Uldina. So there's 2 heroics. That's fine. So I'm standing in the middle of poison here and so far, so good. Okay, let's overguard here. Because I don't think there's going to be much escaping here of that poison. It's just going to be there. It's going to be a persistent background threat. But of course, we have about that regen, so we can deal with it. Okay, the other spider is just slowly murderizing itself. That's okay. Getting more damage in, so let's just overguard again. That's 1 add-on gone. And then this spider also bites the dust. Or gets turned into dust. That depends a little bit on how you want to phrase it. Ah, there's some cocooned remains here. Of course, that's also going to be a lot of loot. Right. I remember this as being a larger area. And exactly, it is. These are just some regular spiders. No uniques, no names, no purples. Come, Spidey. Come out. Okay, this is just... That's... What's up there? Am I completely misremembering just how many unique spiders for here? Or did I just, the first time through, get really lucky with an extra spawn that's not a guaranteed one? That's of course a possibility as well. Or maybe I got a bounty or something that added an extra spider. That's also a very real possibility. Anyway, that's all the spiders we got in the ominous lair. So next up, we killed Gethrand, the zombie. So now we have Bertrand, I think, Sarbrand, well, the other named zombie, also one of the researchers turned a zombie. And after that, Warden Krieg is gonna be on our to kill list. Okay, lots and lots of zombies. Actually begs the question, how close are we to getting Nemesis status with these folks? Because I think the ether ones are gonna be... Yeah, exactly. We just need 1800 more kills to get Nemesis status. At which point we will be at a risk of actually spawning Nemesis foes, which, from what I understand, are like insanely powerful, souped up boss fights that you can just encounter randomly in levels, or in some predetermined levels. Now, similarly to how you have the heroics that you encounter, there's gonna be in some spots places where you can just get Nemesis spawns. And I'm actually very much looking forward to that, just to see what it's like. For now though, let's get some more crystals. And then see how many zombies remain afterwards. Ooh, eat a cluster. Okay. That was that. Then Zenbrand. Okay. That was Blast Shield, I think, kicking in. Definitely a lot of damage coming in here. But of course, there's a boatload of enemies, so that makes sense. And now that the boatload of enemies is gone, we have stabilized with our health as well. Okay. I was gonna say, I'm definitely looking forward to leveling again, just so we can increase the level of our main attack skill by a bit. And then I realized I actually did level a bit ago, because it's blinking. So, one more point into Physique, then one more point into Demolitionist, then next level we're gonna max that one out. But here, Cadence gets +1, so we're now at 5600 damage at rest. And of course, while fighting, we get some extra bonuses which only increase our damage even further. But for now, the Warden. Time to truly test this. Am I capable of defeating an ultimate act boss? Or am I not as powerful as I think I am? So far, his health bar seems to be moving faster than that one of Sambrand. Well, the Warden does have a second stage, and there is that to take into concern. Him being a Malier definitely helps, because, well, Retaliation actually works against him then. And if you stand here not doing anything, 1200 damage or 12,000 damage. He's just taking 12,000 points of damage whenever he attacks. That's pretty cool. That's more damage than I'm doing in a single second. nearly 15,000 with both buffs up with the blade barrier and the war cry. And there we go. Okay. While you are transforming, I'll just loot your armor rack if you don't mind. Yes. Excellent. Hey. Bring it. Okay. Can you... How much damage do you do against yourself? Not really a lot, is it? 9,500. That's okay. He definitely seems to be a little bit sturdier in this form than in the previous one. But of course that is the general theme in most of the transformations actually. Because there's a couple of humans that do transforms into ethereals or into Chthonians. I think there's also one of those that transform into Chthonians. And their second stage is always a lot more powerful than the first stage, because of course humans are weak and pitiful. Oh, he's level 78, that's 5 levels above me. It's, well, pretty okay. But again, it's no contest. I could just stand here and I wonder if I could actually just go to the kitchen, make myself a cup of tea, come back and then find a dead warden, or if I gotta find myself dead here. But no, the regen, the buffers, everything, I think momentum in this case is simply on my side. And the warden just has no real possibility of actually killing me. But yeah, killing bosses is definitely the least interesting part of this build, because it just takes so freaking long. But well, that's the trade-off. So the next character definitely is going to be on the other end of the scale. It's not going to be a tanky character, it's going to be more damage, hopefully more interesting and useful summons. And the stay alive mechanic is probably going to be more focused on things like life leech rather than on just out-tanking everything. Ooh. Wow, that's 2 purples from a single fight.
My inventory is full.
Oh yeah, stop complaining. Put that one over there. Just need to play a little bit of inventory Tetris here. Can we? Yeah, we can. Ta-da! Bloop.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh wait, it's a size 3 item, isn't it? Instead of a size 2. Okay, a little bit more Tetris. Fine. Let's see, is there a nice way to do that? Okay. Is there maybe just something else we can do? Yeah, exactly. Just shift a couple of the items around. Just push that one over here. Then we can push one of the blades out over there. Exactly. Then we can pick this one up and then it's all fine. So I don't think there's any more loot here. Nope. So that concludes our business over here. And we'll go back to town, complete the quest, and then we're going to have a look at the legendaries. And then, of course, next episode, time for the Apocalypse Cowboys.
Is it finished? The Warden's defeat is a great victory for...
That's 1500 reputation. That gets us a lot closer to being revered. But it's also, no, getting closer to the end of actually getting reputation here.
Before we do...
So, blah, 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 blah. Well, that actually sounds slightly disrespectful, but... Well, third time through, at some point you are a little tired of the story. So, let's have a look. Purples, purples, purples. The Skull of Gulamash. That sounds pretty occultist, and it is occultist shaman. Boatload of vitality damage, vitality decay, health offensive ability, health regen percentage, energy regen percentage, 81%, that's a lot. Casting speed, cooldown reduction, +3 to Devouring Swarm, which is the Shaman lifesteal skill, +2 to Sigil of Consumption, that's the Occultist lifesteal skill. This is basically, if I'm gonna go play a caster Occultist, this would probably be an ideal item for a Conjurer hybrid. Then it grants the skill, the Ward of Gulamash. 100% chance of activating when you're struck by physical blows. 20-second recharge. 4000 damage absorption shield, which protects against physical, as well as 3000 to 5500 vitality retaliation. That's a boatload. This is a powerful item. I really like it. Then we get the Exonerator, one-handed ranged pistol. It's got lightning damage, electrocute damage, crit lightning, electrocute. Just has a pretty strong lightning theme to it. Damage conversion to lightning, offensive ability, speed, +3 to storm touched. I think that is shaman, isn't it? Storm touched. And +2 to stun jacks. That's definitely for the demolitionist, the stun mines. And it grants the skill 100% chance on crit to cast chain lightning up to 5 targets. Get zapped for 500 to 2500 lightning damage every 2 seconds. That is pretty darn cool. So, as always, of course, the legendaries we find may not be great for the builds that we are currently playing. But though somewhere down the line I might find a build that is where it is useful for. 6 scrap and 12,000 iron bits. That fixes up the bridge. And then the next episode, of course, we're gonna go after Edmund Shanks Doyle and then into Old Arkovia. But for now, I'm gonna thank you very much for watching and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.